Hello and welcome to day 12 of 365 days. My name is Jessica Lozano and I'm a women's relationship and an embodiment coach mentor, as well as a ceremony facilitator. And guess what? Today is Babe and our 7-year anniversary. 7 years together, going strong, and I feel like our life is just beginning with all the exciting things that we have happening in our life, looking for a house, then getting engaged, and then wedding, and then babies. I feel like all those things are gonna happen like boom, 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 boom. That's what I feel. So I definitely made an intention to come on here live before the evening because once we're both done with me with my clients and Ron with his work day, I didn't want to spend time on Facebook Live. Really wanted to be with my love, with the one. Which, if you would like to know our entire love story, or like how we met, and how I manifested Ron, let me know. Put it in the comments. I want to know the story or something like that. And I will love to have a tea time with you and share everything that went into calling in the love of my life. Every single detail, which starts way before the moment that I made that intention to the universe, right? So, with that being said, yesterday I mentioned on day 11 about being in the now and not forcing yourself to be in the future, not forcing yourself to wanting to be in the future. Because every single moment that you force yourself to be in the future, you put yourself in resistance to where you are right now. And you put yourself in a position of you losing your magic. As a woman, you get into control, into hyper discipline, into I gotta figure it out, force. I'm not good enough, where I'm at is not enough. All of these other negative things because you are not where you want to be, right? So we don't want to be pushing ourselves in the future because also you're not enjoying what is in this moment. And not only just enjoying what you do have in this moment, which deserves your undivided attention, you also take away your next aligned low battery. You take away your next aligned steps to what it is that you deeply desire, right? Because you're consistently in your mind up in the future and consistently creating, having a disconnect with where you are now. And where you are now has a lot of codes for where you want to be in the future, right? Anybody who has manifested anything meaningful, anything spectacular, anything incredible, anything extraordinary, anything, had to come from being in the moment right here, right now. Because in the moment right here, right now, there's lessons, there is wisdom, and there is codes that's going to get you here. But if you're here and you're like, I want to be here, I have to be here, I have to be here, I have to be here, you're not present. So you're not receiving what you need to receive to get here. You're blocking it. You're creating resistance against yourself, right? You're creating resistance against yourself. And then you get angry because you're not manifesting this fast enough, right? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with God? I hate God. I hate the universe. No, I always had to make things happen for myself. And then you go try to make things happen for yourself and you don't get the result that you want, right? Even when Ron and I went through this boredom, complacency phase in our relationship, it was like I so desperately wanted for us to reignite. I wanted us to feel that connection. I wanted that so badly. I wanted it so badly. I wanted to feel like how we felt when we fell in love. And I wanted it so badly that sometimes it hurts. that it hurt. Like, what's wrong with us? Why are we here? Now, I knew enough by that time that I needed to be in the present. I knew enough that in that time that what I was working on in that moment was going to be so important for that moment that it came that boom, we were reignited. And I allowed myself to be in the present, to enjoy what we had, and to start actively working on things that I know were getting in the way. For example, my own relationship to my sexuality was one of the things that was creating this block between our love and our love life, right? It was creating a block because I had my own resistances against sexuality because of my previous relationships where I had been suppressed, where it got suppressed because of the relationship that I was in. And I vowed to myself that I wouldn't let my sexuality lead a relationship because I no longer wanted to feel that kind of heartbreak and that type of openness and receptiveness that happens when we open up our bodies to a man. So even though I was in this relationship with the love of my life now, I hadn't dealt with that. I had to deal with and it was creating problems in our relationship. So I had to deal with that. I had to go into the dark feminine energy and day by day work on that. And day by day work on that. And day by day hold what I really desired and work on this part of myself. Work on all the other things that me and Ron were avoiding. As a matter of fact, once we faced it, everything reignited. But I had to work on those things. We had to work on everything that in the present moment for what it was that we wanted in the end result. And that took time. It took about, I would say 2020 was when we first felt that, when I could pinpoint when it slowly started to separate, was summer of 2020. And then 2021, I really felt it. And then in 2022, I said, this is not the relationship that I want to be in. Not saying that I don't want to be with him, but we are not going to be a common relationship. This is normal. I did not sign up for normal. I signed up for extraordinary, and we're going to change this. So when I decided that wasn't a it wasn't a, I have to fix it. It was more of like, we are going to now set the intention forward to fix it. And we did. In January 2022, we set that intention. And then April 2022, during the solar eclipse, we reignited our relationship. And it took moment by moment awareness, being completely present. Knowing that whatever is present in my energy field that I know I need to work on, that's what got me for us to reignite, which I created an entire masterclass called Reignite Masterclass if you want to reignite your relationship. And that's $222 if you're interested in that one, which I'm going to put all the things below. Moment to moment, I had to get really present and really be present with what was uncomfortable and really get present with myself with what I needed to work on. When I was with my ex, when I so desperately wanted to get married, wanted to do all these things, I had to actually let go of those dreams because I hated every single minute of where I was. I was in constant conflict with myself because at the time I was a personal trainer. I really wanted to be a good trainer and service my clients and make good money in my training. At the same time, though, I would feel angry because I wasn't a mother yet, right? So I was in the future and constant block in the present moment. The moment I released that and the moment I started working on every single moment on myself, all the next steps began to present himself what I needed to do, the right mentor, the right class, the right action, the right voice that I needed to say, the right embodiment that I needed to have, the right book that I needed to read, the right divine download that I needed to have, right? I needed to work on all those things in order for me to eventually get what I wanted, which was to get engaged, right? And then to realize that wasn't the one for me. But every single moment, I had to bring myself back to the present moment and start releasing all these limiting beliefs that I have. I had to regain my personal power in this relationship. And that took from me being in the moment, not from me being in the future, figuring out what did I needed to do in this moment right now to regain my personal power with this man, with men in general. What did I need to do in order to activate my voice today, right now? What did I need to do on my next action when it came to my personal training career at the time? What is it that did I need to do today in order to expand it, right? Every single moment came from today, and how can I become better today? And how can I focus on what is my current next step now and evolve from that? You cannot evolve from constantly playing in the future. So if that's where you're feeling right now, where you're really like in that moment, I was in this tumultuous relationship, right? Where I really wanted peace. Above all else, I wanted peace. I wanted to stop fighting. We fought all the time. And I wanted to activate my throat chakra, and I wanted to have personal power to say what I wanted to say and to be the woman that I wanted to be in the relationship. And I created a masterclass called Elevated Woman, which used to be called Your Center. I rebranded it to Elevated Woman. And this is if you want to elevate your standards, hold your personal power, activate your throat chakra, and have an incredible relationship with your man. It is one of the best masterclasses I've ever had. It's $111. It's 3 days, and it has 3 practices for you to have. Also, if you are not necessarily in a position where you are maybe not bad with your partner, but there's something outside your relationship, for example, your in-laws, which for me, I had an issue with my in-law for a while, and I was in this really place of like, what do I do? Like, this is someone that's really important in my man's life. Like, I cannot just X this person out of my life. I was in huge turmoil with that and really wanted everything to be at peace. I really wanted things to be at peace, but I knew that I needed to be present, and I needed to work through all of this first before I could get to that end result. And one of the practices was inspired from this exact thing. So this masterclass, whether you are wobbly in your relationship and you're wanting to find direction, you're wanting to have peace in your life, this masterclass is for you. Or if there's something outside, maybe finances, maybe an in-law, maybe health, maybe a child that's kind of like creating in the relationship, this masterclass is for you. It's going to allow you to bring back into the present moment and to find your next aligned step. If you are in the position where you're like, I really want the love of my life, I want my man to come in and all these things, and I want him to come in, but you feel blocked in your energetic field of love. Like, you so desperately want it, but at the same time, you equally don't really trust men. You're getting bad dates with men. Nothing is really happening. You're feeling in this stuck energy, and you're like, why do and you feel maybe stuck with love. You're not really open to love. Like, you feel like there's just resistance. This is what you want, but at the same time, you feel blocked. The same time, it's not happening for you. The same time, you don't feel like you're an energetic match to the one. And you really want this to happen. And the steps aren't being revealed to you yet. Or perhaps you're watching this live and you're like, oh my God, this is the next step that I need. I created a masterclass called Open to Love. It's for the woman who wants to be the energetic match to the one, to be penetrated by sacred love from the divine masculine. There are 3 things that I've discovered as to why I believe I manifested Ron so quickly. And these 3 things, I believe, is what caused me to, after I broke up with my ex, to have such a clean frequency that Ron came in like that. It has a guided meditation to see where your receptiveness is to the divine actually receiving the divine masculine as well. So that masterclass is $800. No way is it 800. It's $88. So I'm going to leave the descriptions up there so that the link, so you can check them out and see if that's what you really, if this is where your next step is, to allow you to be in this present moment so that you can finally get what it is that you desire. But from this place of, okay, I am enough, and I know I have to continue to choose myself, to release these limiting beliefs that I have that are surrounding me. And this masterclass or that masterclass or that masterclass is where I feel that my next energy is coming from. This is the next code within myself that needs to get activated, right? In this moment, in this present moment, there are codes that want to get activated for you in order for you to reach the next step, the next level. You cannot get there if you're constantly thinking about the future. These masterclasses, depending on where you are, will help you unlock those next codes. I promise you that. They are so good. So there you are. That is today's live. How long did I take? I'm like really impressed with myself. 15 minutes. These are like pretty short and sweet. I'm sure I'm going to have some longer ones as I have a launching of a program starting tomorrow, which is very much in line with Reignite Masterclass. So if you were leaning to getting Reignite Masterclass, totally get it. And this will be an additional support for that. And it's really a no-brainer deal offer, because that's exactly what I wanted this to be, a no-brainer. So wait for that tomorrow. And I hope you have a beautiful day. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.